जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 जय राम ओम श्री राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय 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 राम ओम
श्री
coming good. Oh, sorry. Yes, it's from beautiful sorry.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Many of you might have known with hearts filled with love and reverence, we offer our homage to Nalini Amma, who left her mortal frame on Monday, 3rd March 2025. To all who had the blessings of knowing her in Anandashram, she was a radiant embodiment of renunciation, not through outward signs, but through the silent, unwavering surrender of her entire being to the divine. At the same time, she was a mother to all, showering warmth, care, boundless compassion on every soul who crossed her path. Born in March 1937 into a family deeply connected with beloved Papa's Purvashram lineage, Nalini Amma was destined for a life steeped in divine grace. She was married to dear Sri Ram Trikarnad, who was not only beloved Papa's grandson, but also her partner in a life of spiritual dedication. Their unwavering faith led them to leave behind worldly security in Mumbai and move to Anandashram, where they embraced a life of selfless service. As a Grihastha, they were a shining example of a life rooted in devotion, surrender, and spiritual discipline. When dear Sri Ram Trikarnad, later revered Swami Shuddhanandaji, renounced worldly ties to embrace sannyasa, Nalini Amma seamlessly transitioned into a life of even deeper detachment, living in the world yet untouched by it. She was able to lead such a detached life even after Swami Shuddhanandaji dropped the body and continued serving as a trustee of Anandashram Trust, carrying forward its sacred mission with quiet strength and humility. For every ashram inmate and every seeker who visited Anandashram, Nalini Amma's motherly love was a source of solace and inspiration. She asked for nothing, possessed nothing, yet gave everything, living as an embodiment of true vairagya and selfless love. Her life was not just a lesson in renunciation, but a testament to the highest spiritual ideals lived in the simplest of ways. Today, as we bow to her memory, we do not mourn her departure, for a soul as pure as hers is never truly gone. She remains an eternal presence, a guiding light, and an ever-flowing source of inspiration for all who walk the path of devotion and surrender. With heartfelt reverence, we offer our homage to the great, dear, and revered Nalini Amma, praying to Him to enable us to honor her legacy by striving to live the truth she so effortlessly embodied. We all chant Ramnam for 5 minutes, slow chanting with a prayer that the dear departed soul rest in eternal peace at the lotus feet of Papa. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai 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 Ram. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Madhyama. As a part of our journey through Srimad Bhagavad Gita, today we will try to take up again because we have made some changes. Bhagavad Gita, a reservoir for mind and soul refinement. Many devotees revere Srimad Bhagavad Gita Many devotees revere Srimad Bhagavad Gita yet its wisdom often remains separate from daily life. This may be because its teachings seem distant from everyday experience. To bridge this gap, let us first understand how the Gita serves as a timeless refinery, transforming our thoughts, words, and deeds to align with divine awareness. Significance of 18. Actually, significance of numbering the chapters as 18. The Bhagavad Gita consists of 18 chapters, mirroring the composition of an individual who is made up of 18 factors. 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action, 5 vital layers, 3 into 5, 15, along with mind, 16, intellect, 17, sense of individuality, 18. These elements veil our true nature, the Atman, the spirit that animates all. The structure of the Gita itself guides us towards transcending these layers to realize our divine essence. In Adi Shankaracharya's Atma Bodh, while he was explaining about the Sukshma Sharir, subtle body, he brings it out. Panchaprana Manobuddhi Deshendriya Samanvitam. So then when we keep on thinking about it, we understand 18, 18, 18. So the Lord wanted 18 chapters, we get stuck with all those things. So when we try to move from 1 to 18, that means all these 18 factors are there in us. We get stuck with that. We hardly recognize the power behind this, the power that activates these 18 factors. Organs of perception, organs of action, the 5 vital layers, the mind, the intellect, and the sense of individuality as such. All these things are activated by the presence of that, about which we are not aware. So Bhagavad Gita gives us a subtle message that if we have this in our mind, that beyond the 18 factors, which is now trying to pursue and understand the power behind it, that is the real goal of Bhagavad Gita. A striking parallel can be seen in the Shabarimala temple in Kerala, where millions of devotees ascend 18 steps before reaching the sanctum sanctorum of Lord Ayyappa. Each step represents a stage of purification, where the devotee carries 2 bundles, one containing an offering of ghee for the Lord and the other carrying basic material requisites. By placing both before the Lord, one symbolically surrenders worldly attachments and aspires to become one with Him. Similarly, the Gita invites us to refine every aspect of our being. At the moment, the organs of perception, organs of action, 5 vital layers, mind, body, and the sense of individuality, because of its crudity, it is unable to understand the power behind it. So if, by His grace, if we are in a position to put ourselves on a refinement process, the process of refining, then we will realize the presence of Him. This should be in our mind. Similarly, the Gita invites us to refine every aspect of our being, 18 aspects. ultimately dissolving the sense of me and mine to recognize the omnipresent spirit. And after that, we come back to these 18 factors. Previously, the 18 factors halted our progress, halted our efforts to become aware of Him. Now, these 18 factors become subservient to that power and function. Not that these 18 factors will go. These 18 factors will continue to be there, but it becomes subservient to that power, always conscious of that power. Viewed as a timeless refinery, Bhagavad Gita purifies thoughts and actions while deepening awareness of the Creator. Each chapter presents an opportunity for inner transformation, guiding the seeker towards clarity, devotion, selfless action. To make this journey relatable, each chapter is explored through a selected shloka, paired with a metaphor drawn from Mother Nature to illuminate its theme. We have again changed some. These include seed, river, sun, tree, earth, nursery, sound, flower, wind, bees we have sky, puppet, plot, lotus, mountain and salt. These metaphors serve as bridges, allowing seekers to see the Gita's wisdom reflected in nature and daily life. Because Mother Nature also, just like when we trace our origin, where from we have come, Papa in Glimpses of Divine Vision, the first chapter is, go to your origin and the world. This is what he says. So when we make an effort to go to the origin, we cannot go beyond certain level. So we go to Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, and in 7th chapter he says, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. So many shlokas are there, one we have picked up. This is how Gita helps us. So these metaphors serve as bridges. So just like our origin owes to him, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. So Sarva Bhutana means include not only ourselves, all these Mother Nature. So Mother Nature also is an embodiment of He. It has come from Him. So when we try to connect Mother Nature with the sloga, we find some more clarity. Think about it, please. These metaphors serve as bridges, allowing seekers to see the Gita's wisdom reflected in nature and daily life. Here it is fitting to recall the words of beloved Papa. We have the magnificent book of nature spread out before us, a picture of unsurpassing beauty and charm, the spontaneous and blissful self-expression of the indwelling God. Let us look at it, read in it the glorious presentation and the varied activity of the beloved. That is important, not mere. We are all looking. We are also charmed. We are enthused. Not only charmed, enthused by those things. But we leave it. We don't reflect. So here we take, when he says read in it, reflection. Let us look at it, read in it the glorious presentation and the varied activity of the beloved. Look on the infinite play of the infinite one. And by deep absorption into the beloved, reflection, enjoy immortal joy. This is the goal. All else is ephemeral, not worth striving for. So as beloved Papa's spiritual children, we are trying to understand these words. And then what happens? On these lines, seekers are encouraged not to merely limit themselves to the examples now brought out. That will not help much. That helps us some direction, some clues. Then every one of us should try to bring out, to connect with Mother Nature that is before us. Then only the real purpose of Gita will be served. On these lines, seekers are encouraged to discover more such connections in daily life, allowing the Gita to serve as a living guide rather than a mere text. When its wisdom is applied as a continuous process of refinement, life itself becomes an offering, leading to the awareness of the spirit behind all thoughts, words, and actions. So the first one, self is immortal, body is perishable. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वानभूयः अजो नित्यशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. The self is never born, nor does it ever die. It has neither come into being, nor will it cease to be. It is unborn, eternal, ever-existing, ancient. Even when the body is slain, the self is not destroyed. Example, seed. We have heard it many a time now, but still let us again go through that. When a seed sprouts, the outer shell or husk perishes, breaking down to allow the new life within to emerge. The essence of the seed, the life force or potential, does not perish. Instead, it transforms into a sapling, continuing its journey of growth. From sapling to plant to tree, then flowering, then fruition, and the fruition contains the seed again. Even when the tree dies, it goes on. That is why, continuing its journey of growth. Spiritually, this mirrors the Bhagavad Gita's teaching. The body, the outer shell is perishable, but the soul, the inner essence, is eternal. Just as the sprouting seed shed its old form to grow, we too must let go of attachments to the material life and to realize the ever-present spirit within. We understand all of us have come from that spirit, from that bijam, eternal seed, Almighty Lord of the universe. And that power has decided the date of birth and date of death. Now, Nalini Amma also was a form, no? So, after the specified time, the seed, eternal seed, calls back, which we call as death. Since we have adored that, or we have respected, revered that form, it is little difficult to accept it immediately. The ripple will be there. Because far from that physical frame, the ideal for which she stood, it is getting connected to us. But this particular stanza reminds us that the body is perishable. So when we try to go through that, the attachment to the form gets reduced. This is how the refinement takes place, Initially, all of us will feel it. Definitely we will feel. But at the same time, when we keep on thinking about it, we will slowly realize that we are not, because through that form the ideal represented. And when the form goes, we are shaken. But then we slowly, Bhagavad Gita tells us, even when the, what was that word? Even when the body is slain or body dies, the self is not destroyed. The life principle in it. Then from there we move to the second. Stay even-minded in all situations. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyau samo bhutva samatvam yogamuchyate. Establish in yoga, perform your actions, O Dhananjaya, renouncing attachment and remaining equal in success and failure. Such even-mindedness is called yoga. River. A river flows steadily toward the ocean, encountering rocks, fallen trees, uneven terrain. Along the way, it does not complain, persist, or stop. Instead, it adopts, flowing over, around, or even through obstacles while maintaining its purpose. This reflects even-mindedness as taught in the Bhagavad Gita. Remaining steady amid success and failure, pleasure and pain, praise and blame. Like the river, we refine our thoughts and actions by not getting stuck in reactions, but by moving forward with inner stability. Three, remain unaffected by attraction and aversion in sense objects. Indriyastarte ragadveshau vyavastitau tayorna vasham agachet tauhyasya paripantinau. Attachment and aversion are inherent in every sense object, but one should not come under their sway, for they are obstacles on the path. Attachment and aversion. Remain unaffected by attraction and aversion. The sun, example is sun. The sun shines equally on all. On a palace or a prison, on a lotus or a muddy swamp. It does not get attracted to a beautiful garden, nor repelled by a barren desert. Its nature is to give light and warmth, unaffected by what it shines upon. This mirrors the Bhagavad Gita's teaching on overcoming attachment and aversion. Just as the sun continues its duty without preference, we refine our minds by not getting entangled in pleasure or displeasure, likes or dislikes. When we act from inner awareness rather than external attractions, we remain steady and free. So seed gives us the temporary, the impermanent nature of the body and the eternal nature of the life force. The sun, the river. The river reminds us of the equal-mindedness, equanimity. In spite of so many things on its way, on its flow, it doesn't get stuck anywhere. It keeps on flowing, flowing, flowing. Neither grumbles nor complains. And then comes aversion and attachment. All of us are subjected to this. All the sense objects have got this capacity. Some like it, some don't like it. Some are attracted, some are not attracted. So we should not be swayed by it. Like whom? Like the sun. So this should not be an academic exercise, please. That is why we are repeating and repeating and repeating, so that it gets stamped in our heart, so So that when we meet with men, objects, persons, situations, we try to bring in this dimension as much as possible. We may not be able to do it in one go, as much as possible, so that the cushioning will definitely help us. So we move to the fourth. Engage fully in action while staying detached. त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलसंगम नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्याभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किंचित् करोति सः. Renouncing attachment to the fruits of action, ever content and free from dependence, one who remains fully engaged in action yet truly does nothing at all. Tree. The tree bears fruits, provides shade, gives oxygen tirelessly, yet it never claims ownership or expects anything in return. When its fruits ripen, it lets them go, whether they are enjoyed, wasted, or taken away. The tree engages fully in its purpose but remains detached from the results. This reflects Bhagavad Gita's teaching on Karma Yoga, performing actions with dedication while surrendering the outcome. Like the tree, we refine our mind by offering our work selflessly without attachment to success or failure, knowing that true fulfillment lies in the action itself, not in its rewards. Tree. Engage fully in action while staying detached. Yesterday, one devotee was, while sharing, he was telling, in the West, when the moment they hear about spirituality, they feel that it is running away from or renouncing from the activities. Even in India, many people have that notion. Spirituality means, why should he think about it now? Let him think about it after some years, Because to them, spirituality is something that is to be practiced only in retirement or when you have nothing to work. Or it is disconnected with the common run of life. You go to cave or you go to Himalayas, you go to some ashram, stay there. So this particular slogan, engage fully in action while staying detached. Why we blame West? In India also many feel that. Because devotion is separated from spirituality. Devotion to a deity, devotion to a particular ritual does not cover spirituality here. Spirituality encompasses everything, So spirituality tells us you engage fully in whatever field you have been given, but staying detached. So four we have completed. Not merely the example. We try to see the what do you say about this? Metaphor alla. No, engage fully in action while staying detached. These are the clues, So along with that, we should metaphor. Otherwise, what happens? We will not be able to connect. So the self is immortal, body is perishable. That is the state. We all know that. We come across, we Many people leave us, we will also leave. We get upset. So, in order that we don't get upset, the Lord is giving us self is immortal, body is perishable. With that in our mind, we look at the seed. It's a practical demonstration. The second one is handle everything with a sense of equanimity. That we have found in our own life, Wherever this is there, the tension ceases, love prevails, harmony prevails. So that we know. So that is conveyed to us through river. Third one is the sense objects have got a knack of giving us either attraction or aversion. So we should not come under the sway of it. Anything we see, either we are attracted or aversion comes. Hey. So then we remember the sun. Then engage fully in action while staying detached. There we remember tree. So this should go hand in hand. Only by reflection it will get stamped in our heart. Along with that point that will help us in refining ourselves. We can say refining points, Refining points. The self is immortal, body is perishable. Handle everything with a sense of equanimity. Stay away from attractions and aversions to the sense objects. Engage yourself fully in activity while staying detached. These four also should come along with the metaphors. Or through the metaphor or example, we should reach here. Either way. So what does the seed convey? What does the river convey? Either this way or that way. Because we normally, when we go out, we see this Mother Nature in different form. So then immediately we should try to connect, so that it doesn't stay on an intellectual level. So when I see a tree now, immediately it should come to me. Be active, at the same time detached. Oh. When I see a river, I should know equanimity. When I see a seed, I should know the perishable and the imperishable. When I see sun, it illuminates everywhere, not carried away, swayed by attractions or aversions. So either through the metaphor to that, or through the, when we keep on reflecting this, slowly it will percolate. Because this is the real take-home message for all of us. Then only Gita is entering into us. From the text to, we used to say when we were in a state, lot of experiments are going on in laboratories. Research, coffee boat research. So lab to land. Otherwise, lab something they bring out, it stays with them. Actually, the farmer or the grower does not get it. So from the lab to land. Fine. Whatever researches they make in the lab, it should ultimately reach out to the farmer, land. Similarly, whatever we are doing, it should come to our life, These reflections are the lab. And the life before us is the land. If it does not come, it stays as a knowledge. Lab, take it. It will be there. They will present a thesis. we used to vehemently protest against. We said you are not sharing whatever you have, and we will be able to improve your this thing. Your scientific approach alone is not enough. You go to the farmer and ask their experience, and they will tell you based upon that you continue your research. Your research is good, no doubt. How to improve productivity when there is no, when you are giving the input but the productivity is not increasing, then you have to test your soil, like that, so many. It is helping us. But that lab result should reach the land. Similarly, our effort now to go through this through a reflection, what we are now trying to do within the framework of ashram premises, within the framework of this body, mind, intellect, we are trying to now reflect and bring out all these things. It is something like a lab work. But when it is not connected to my life, it doesn't serve its purpose. Lab to land. So then 5. Act as an offering to him, free from attachment. The first one, engage yourself activity. Here, act as an offering to him. There is a difference. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karodhyah lipyadena sa papena patmapatram ivambasa. One who performs action, offering them to the divine, and remains unattached, just as a lotus leaf remains untouched by water, is not tainted by sin. One who performs action, offering them to the divine, remains unattached, is not tainted by sin, just as a lotus leaf remains untouched by water. So here the example is earth. The earth sustains all, providing nourishment, shelter, stability without expectation. It supports life tirelessly, yet remains unattached to the countless activities occurring upon it. Despite being trampled upon, cultivated, abandoned, it continues to give without claiming ownership. This reflects Bhagavad Gita's teaching on dedicating all actions to the divine. Just as the earth does not act for itself but serves selflessly, we refine our thoughts and deeds by offering everything to him, free from attachment, ego or expectation, knowing he is the source and the goal of all actions. Just like, we offer the flowers to the deity in the puja room or to the temple, or fruits. We have not done anything. Flower is also a gift of the same Almighty, who is symbolically representing in the form of the deity. The fruit that we offer to him is also given by him. The water that is offered to him is also given by that power. The Naivedyam we offer, the camphor we offer, what is that? Agarbatti we offer, even the lamp. None of these things have been produced by us. But we are offering to him. That we should understand. Just like when you go to ashram, people bring fruits as an offering. Because God thought is reminded in ashram. And God thought is reminded, and as a form of our reverence, our devotion, we bring what has been offered by the Almighty God. It is not that buying something from the market and coming here. No, the whole concept. You might be knowing, those of you who have, when some fruits or something is offered to as prasad for distribution, immediately they will go and wash first, because it is offered to God in the form of devotees. Morning or afternoon or evening, when prasad distribution takes place, the attitude of the devotee in a subtle form, the gross form he may not know. Subtle form is there, he is prompted to give. Give what? What has been given to us by him. To whom? To him in the form of co-devotees. We are devotees, co-devotees. See the attitude, that is what important. So here this particular sloka says as an offering to him. So how does the refinement take place? Now we get some clues. Puja Mataji was always insisting that sadhus should be fed first, then only the devotees. Because sadhus who, at the Vyavaharik level, at the spiritual level, they don't have anything to fall back upon, they have nothing. They keep on traveling, so they have to be fed. And they are also forms of Papa. Mataji was very particular about sadhus because, one more addition, when Papa went on itinerant yatra, it was Sadhu Ram who took care of him. So in that way, God took care of Papa, another God, another form of God, through in the form of Sadhu Ram. So we in the ashram, to remember all these things, Mataji wanted first the sadhus to be fed. So the attitude, offering, attitude. Very important. This fifth is very important for us. All are important. Fifth is also, we should see that. So let us now try. First one was? No. Self is immortal, body is perishable. Seed is the metaphor. Then, handle everything with a sense of equanimity. A river gives us some idea about it. What does sun stand for? How do we look at the sun now? Why everybody is keeping quiet? Sun. Eh? That also you can say, but all sense objects we have got aversion or attachment. So we should not be swayed by, influenced by this attachment or aversion. That sun portrays, whether it is a desert or whether it is a beautiful garden. When the moment the sun sees a desert, I will not illuminate. He doesn't say that. That means that does not influence. So this is very important, very important. And then the fourth one is be active at the same time detached. The trees give everything, but it is detached from its result, doesn't expect anything. And from there we move to the fifth, where do everything as an offering, free from attachment. There comes earth. Earth is unconditional. At the same time, it is not attached. Everyone can think, we need not get stuck with this. Again, every day, evening, we are going through again and refining. Because that journey is very enjoyable. Because our mind goes in search of these and tries to find out. And then we also get guidance from so many sources. Think about it. So this refinement process is a always comma, no? Never a full stop. We have to keep on dwelling on it till we drop the body. This refinement process should be on. Why? Because we carry a big baggage where all these preferences, priorities, rights, wrongs, attachment, aversion, all those things are there. So every time when we react to objects, situations, or person, that comes and influences us. So now through Gita, God is now telling through Gita, hey, look here, it is all right. To err is human. Because I have not made you aware of my presence, you are naturally prompted to do all these things. At times you are happy, at times you are not happy. But now a situation has come where you may try to divert all your thoughts on these levels so that you don't change, you don't run away from any activity, don't run away from any object, don't run away from any person, don't run away from any situation, but refine it and handle it at any level, individual level, family level, professional level, social level. Because one thing is certain, when we try to do that, the net result will be harmony, peace, which is what we all want. So we will try to go through it again and again. If anything strikes to any of you, you may kindly send us an email so that we can add it, or we can keep it as an extra. Now also we have got so many extras now. It might be useful again and again and again. So we don't have to stop with any of the examples here. Even the same examples can be used for any other clues, refining clues. Each one has to do. It is not that somebody telling, somebody hearing. No. It is not that copy paste. It is something, it is now, Gita is triggering us.
Sakshi has raised her hand. I think she wants to ask something.
Who?
Sakshi.
Yes. Sakshi Ben.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Swamiji, I just wanted to share my insights that I have received from your Satsang, Swamiji. She wants to share her insights she has received from the Satsang.
Yeah.
Continue, Sakshi. Okay. So, Swamiji, the first chapter, okay, I'll tell you the context. The context that in my mind, I have been thinking about surrender. I kind of understand if there is, but I know that my being is yet to surrender. So, at the background of my thought, I have been constantly thinking about surrender, Swamiji. She's been constantly thinking about surrender. So, Swamiji, from your satsang, as I attended your satsang, I realized that the first chapter, when Arjun, he says to Lord Krishna that Lord, now you tell me. He did surrender, but his surrender was not full, it wasn't complete. But at the end of the Gita, when he says Nashto Moha, 18 chapters, and in the 18 chapters, then we have all when we surrender completely with all our five vital and perceptions and every all our 18 elements that you have mentioned, Swamiji.
What is
So she's saying that one second, Sakshi. Sakshi says that when in the beginning, Arjuna says, "I surrender," but the surrender is not complete. And when he Nashto Moha, he says, at that time his surrender is complete. 18th chapter. So basically, so she says 18 steps. So she is saying the 5 vital layers, 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action. Yes, Sakshi? Further.
No, first chapter we have not taken up.
No, we have not taken. But she's telling her general views on the entire thing. Sakshi, continue. Yes, Swamiji. So now I feel that I have a better understanding of surrender when I say that when we say to fully surrender, to completely surrender, like usually Swamiji as a sadhak way. I do this. We would like Papa to do this. Then in that case, it is not a fully surrendered state. It is a state of what Arjun was feeling in chapter 1. But when we fully surrender, it is that surrender is with awareness. So, like Arjun, he surrendered in the beginning, but it wasn't a complete surrender. So Lord Krishna, through 18 chapters, Lord Krishna enlightens him, gives him that awareness, and in the end, when he says Nashto Moha, he is saying it with full, complete awareness, and that complete awareness is what now I understand to be what surrender is. So she's saying that when we think of surrender, we say, Papa, we surrender to you. And we say, make us surrender. Basically, it is not really surrendering. It's like Arjuna's surrender in the first chapter. But the real surrender is when we are conscious that we have surrendered. It is the graduation process which is taking place in Arjuna's case. Like Krishna brought it about towards the end. In the same way, our awareness has to evolve to that point.
Correct.
Then we will be able to surrender completely. Continue, Sakshi.
In the first chapter, at the end, he said, I will not fight. But he did not get up and go away. He did not ask Arjuna that we will go back home. He sat. So because Krishna is with him. So as you say, the process of surrender, that means the process of surrender gets started there. And in the 18th, in Ashtomoho, the surrender becomes complete. That we can definitely infer like that. Because now putting 2 and 2 together, that is why Vinobaji in that particular first, he said that unlike Arjuna, we need not think that I don't have Krishna. Krishna is within us, so we have to surrender. Then he will talk to us and lead us to victory. This is how he ends it. So probably Vinobaji caught this idea, that it is not merely by the text. When he did not get up and go, I will not fight. That's only he said. He did not go away from the field. I will not fight, because some clarity is necessary. But at the same time, he did not ask the charioteer, Krishna, to go away, to go home. Then that means the surrender is not there. There is an element of surrender is there. That is why he patiently heard all these 700 slokas. And as we keep on going through the Gita chapters, we will find every time he seeks clarity, he gets some clarity, he again seeks clarity. So that means the surrender aspect is getting more and more strengthened. And finally, it gets totally concretized, stabilized. I think we can take it like that. It's a nice way of approach. Okay. Do some more thinking.
Yes, Swamiji, I had another thought about sun also to share and Prakriti.
Tomorrow.
We had another thought about the sun, Swamiji.
Tomorrow. Already it is 4:40. Anyway, very good that some reflection is going on.
Swamiji, one point on chapter 1 which I share by mail.
One point on chapter 1 which she wants to share.
Tell us.
I will mail it to you, Swamiji.
She said she'll mail it.
Okay. If we find a suitable clue, we will add. We also were not comfortable because we started with the second chapter. So we should start with first. We are unable to get the real clue. Because according to us, it was something, the only thing we know that it is me and mine. And then...
Absolutely, Swamiji, that Arjuna puts down his gun, puts down his bow and arrow. Being a big warrior, he puts down his bow and arrow, and then only Lord takes him in his hold.
She said being a warrior,
That's the indication that we should be dropping our ego.
Acha. Yeah. Acha. Okay. We will. We will do some thinking.
someone else is
No, he is talking with somebody else.
Okay. We will do that tomorrow. Tomorrow when we meet, first chapter we will again go through. Find out. Okay. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Hari. Namaskar. Hari Om to everybody. Pranam.